There's something about routines that enhances our lives. Not perfect lives, but definitely helps to create balance within our lives so that we feel more fulfilled. When it comes to that balance, it could be anything from things to help you enrich your life or things to help you really just enjoy it. Not to say that you are not enjoying the other things that are enriching your lives, but I know we come up in the hustle culture where we got to get this done, we got to do that, we got to do this, we got to do that. And don't get it twisted. I am in my I got to get things done era, but at the same time, I also feel like I don't want to overwhelm myself to where I don't do anything at all, because that is where a lot of us seem to fall short. It's either all in or absolutely nothing. And we just can't live like that. I know for some, you have to get your kids ready for school. Even if they're high school, you got to wake them up because they be missing the bus and stuff like that. But the reality is, for me, myself, I have the luxury of not having to do all of those things as an empty nester. My son is out of school and I don't have to, and out of the house, and I don't have to think about those things, which is perfect. But at the same time, you know what has happened? I've lost a lot of the routine, the getting up at the exact time every single day, not hitting snooze because I can't afford to hit snooze, because I not only am responsible for myself, but I'm also responsible for someone else. I'm not saying that I want to go back into those times, because I definitely don't. But what I am saying is it is time to get my ish together and get back into those routines to make sure that I am getting up and I'm not hitting snooze, that I am preparing however many meals that I set forth for that week, to make sure that I'm not eating out, to make sure that I am fulfilling myself on the inside just as much as I am getting up and going to work to fulfill someone else's dream. I want to reset completely. So that looks like goal setting, healthy eating, mindfulness practices, physical activity, tapping into my mental well-being, social connections. Then in the end, just to kind of reflect and plan ahead for the following week, just to kind of see where I may have fallen short or want to expound more on. So let's take a step back all the way. Goal setting. I actually have a planner here. If you are an OG, then you know how I just love planners. I think one of my first videos was talking about planning. And somehow I pivoted over into like fashion and stuff like that. But the reality is, routines and planning and things like that, that's really my niche. That's really what I like to do. I have a planner for everything. I even use digital planners. I think I even have a video talking about Notion several times, but I'll make sure that I'm going to put that first video where I was talking about all my planners and things like that. And I think I'm going to even do a video where I kind of look back and see if I've done any of those things that I said I was going to do then. But right now I have this planner right here. It's just an empty line planner. And so I plan on, how many times am I gonna say plan? I do plan on writing all of my goals in here over the next 7 days. Really, what I want to do is to define like clear and achievable goals. I just want to break those things down so that I have a better idea as to what that truly looks like. Because I can just say fitness, oh, I'm just gonna go to the gym, and then I get to the gym and I do what? Go on the app, not prepare for what I want to do. Do I want to work on upper body? Do I want to work on lower body? Do I want to work on backs and buys? Like, what do I want to do while I'm there? Do I just want to do cardio? Like, have a plan, right? Because your good sis is good for not having a plan and opening up an app when I first get there. And no, we're not doing that. We're not taking those antics into 2024. That's what we're not doing. All of this is to prepare us, to perpetuate us, to propel us into our better version of ourselves for 2024. I just feel it. It's the even number. I know it's going to be bomb because 2023, she really liked to tussle. The next step would be more on the healthy eating side, figuring out how many days a week I truly want to cook, because I can eat relatively healthy every day. But how many days do I want to cook? How many meals do I want to cook? And how many meals do I want to have left over? Do I just want to cook breakfast and dinner and figure out and have my lunch be from leftovers from dinner? You know, like, what does that look like? I don't have the capacity to cook a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 out of 4 days a week, I have to be to work at 6:30 a.m. So that's just not feasible for me, you know? But making sure that I have things prepared and set the night before for breakfast is feasible. So I just really need to, again, plan these things out so that I can see what this actually looks like as far as my nutrition is concerned. So I really want to focus on eating more whole foods, lean proteins, getting more fruits and vegetables in, and cutting out processed foods and sugar. Definitely sugar. I do know that those are some of the things, but then I have to break it down further from there as to what that exactly looks like. I've already eliminated all of the sugary foods in my pantry, so I feel good about that. So yay me, because I've already done one thing off my list. The next thing is more like mindful practices. I used to be really big into meditation and breath work, and I kind of want to get back into those things because they make me feel good. They put me more at ease through a lot of things that I was going through, and I'm currently, you know, kind of going through some things right now. So I just really want to tap back into that so I can have more of a clear mind and I can better react to different situations that may come my way versus maybe reacting in an angrily way or with an attitude, because all of that is just anxiety. A lot of people don't realize that, but when it comes to Black women, we respond to anxiety in more of an attitude way or irritation, things like that. That is more connected to anxiety, where in other women, they may release in a way of crying or depression, where they're in the house and they don't want to come outside. We still continue, not all of us, but a lot of us still continue to push on. Yet when we're irritable, have an attitude, don't know why we're upset, but yet we're upset, that is our body's way of dealing with anxiety. And a lot of people just don't really put those two in connection, but that's really what that is. So because of that, I really am trying to tap in more to holistic practices, like I said, meditation, maybe even like some yoga, just to kind of more decompress and help to be more flexible and stuff like that. But definitely meditation, some prayer, things like that. All of those things will help to be focused and be more in the moment. Even going on a walk helps with being in the moment. Sometimes I have my headphones on and there's nothing even playing. I'm not even listening to anything, but I can still hear the elements outside. They're a little muffled, but I can still hear the elements. I'm still aware of my surroundings. I'm still being present. I'm still here, but I'm still here, you know? Another aspect is physical activity, going to the gym or working out at home. I plan on doing more low impact workouts, more at home workouts. I love going to the gym. Please don't get that confused. And I do like to lift heavy, but I also want, on other days, I want to lift a little lighter and do more low impact activities No longer am I doing HIIT style workouts. That's just too much for me. And so I'm going to scale it back, and I'm just going to do more low impact, maybe even take a Pilates class or something like that. Piggybacking off of the mindfulness practices, there's also a mental well-being aspect that I want to connect to as well. And that's just more like maybe reading. As you all know, I did have a goal to read 2 books a month. I kind of fell off from doing that. I still listen to my Audible books, so I'm still getting at least 1 book a month, but I'm not necessarily getting in 2. I'm still actually stuck on this 1 book that I've been reading for quite some time. I just got back into it because I had stopped reading it because it was such a slow burn, but now it's picking back up. I'm reading at least 3 chapters a night because I want to be done with this book by the end of November. I have to be. I will not let this book go into December. I will stay up all night long if I have to on the last day in order to not let that happen. I'm not really like a painter or anything like that, but maybe I'll try and get into some sort of sip and paint or DIY projects. There are plenty of little activities that I could be doing here, so I am going to look into some of those activities and just to kind of see what I do like doing, because I would like to have some form of an additional hobby. So I'm going to kind of look into that and see where that takes me. Also, social connection. I love you all. I just want you to know that we're almost at 700 subscribers. Ew. And I love each and every one of you. And this is still social connection. I feel connected to you all. I hope you all are feeling connected to me as well in some way, shape, or form. But I also feel the need to have a more connection in real life with friends, making friends, and reaching out to my family back home. I kind of got away from that and kind of getting into my mind like, well, if they haven't reached out to me, well, I'm not going to reach out to them. But it's not about that. It's about the social connection, to making sure that you're still tapping into letting other people know that you still care about them, that you still love them, that you still want all the best things for them. And I just want to get back into being more connected to family and friends. So that may look like reaching out to someone every single week. Maybe it's a different family member, or maybe it's the same family member. I know I maybe talk to my dad probably like twice a month. But I really would like to check in with him weekly and just have a weekly call with him. So I think I'm going to start implementing that so that we can just have our chats and our laughs and all the things. And honestly, every single time that I hang up with my dad, I feel renewed. I never feel like, oh, I just need to get off this phone. What do you want? No, every single time I hang up, and it's like so refreshing. Every single time. So I just need that every week. So I'm gonna do that. In addition to reaching out to other family members or other friends, or trying to make a new friend, at least one connection with someone from the internet possibly, or going to one of the activities and meeting someone and just kind of keeping a connection with them and seeing how that goes. Through all of those wellness practices, because really that's what that is, through all of those components of wellness that I just discussed, I truly believe that those things will catapult us into the best versions of ourselves. At this point, at this stage of the game, I am 44, almost 45, and I honestly just want to feel the best mentally, on the inside, and these things for me, I believe, will help me to get there. So the next video, I am going to be going through all of these aspects in some way, shape, or form to show what it looks like as a routine. I look forward to implementing more consistency with the planning ahead, more consistency with my activities of going to the gym or just fitness overall, and my nutrition practices. And even if they're just for like a very short duration each day, implementing all of these things, I truly believe that in the end, I will have some form of a routine and structure that will help me to go into 2024 in the best way possible. And I intend on doing these things every single day, each week, so that I am fully prepared going into 2024. I do intend on listening to my body, making any adjustments that I see are necessary for my mental wellness, well-being overall, and just kind of see how I feel. I know I'm gonna feel good because I'm already feeling good talking about it. I'm like super excited. I hope you're super excited. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you are notified every single time I do an upload, especially going into this next couple of videos for this, as well as some other things that I have in the works. So I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't forget, I am always rooting for you. And until next time, bye.